Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. So the name of the game today is to make some progress. We finally, I think, got the correct thermostat housing for the water pump. It was a complete pain in the ass to find. So if you have this specific AC Delco water pump, 18-1653, then I'm pretty sure you will have to source yourself it looks like it fits, a 15-11057 thermostat housing, which is, let's just be straight up honest, it's completely fucking retarded that you have to buy a separate housing to begin with. It should come with the water pump. Like, for how cheap it is, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna replace it with this much higher quality thermostat that TPC provided us, and we're going to use this gasket as it requires, and obviously you want to make sure that that is aligned correctly to the little O-ring here, otherwise we're going to have some serious leaks. So put that in. It's like it's under spring tension for sure, which makes me worry if I'm going to be able to keep this gasket lined up, because I'm sure it'll leak if I don't. Don't really know how how I would keep it lined up. Of course, I got to look up the torque spec. Ah, fuck. This is gonna be a fucking nightmare. Go figure out what size socket this is and get the torque wrench back out. 10? No, 8. Shit, it might have an inch-pounds torque spec. I don't know. We'll see what it says here. So here's the problem, is this little gasket is obviously going to kind of sit however it wants, which may or may not be correct. If it leaks, it'd be pretty easy to pull out and fix. But at the same time, it would be nice if I could get it right the first time, you know, like. That looks pretty damn right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to assume that the torque spec is probably in the foot-pounds range because of this gasket. Let me guess, this doesn't have the courtesy to tell you. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. 11 foot-pounds. I hope to God that's right. Ah, fuck, I had the wrench set. Damn it. It's about as low as this wrench will go, is 11 foot-pounds. Okay. Honestly, a little weary of how well this wrench can hit such a low number. How many foot-pounds does this go to? Inch-pounds, so 11 foot-pounds is 132 inch-pounds. So 120 inch-pounds is 10 foot-pounds, right? So that means we need, 132 inch-pounds. Okay, I feel way better with this new wrench than with that other one. Yeah, that feels way better. Fuck. At the same time, it doesn't really feel like I'm making much progress. Fuck, okay. We're gonna set it down to 120 inch-pounds or 10 foot-pounds. Come on. Oh, I'm really worried about that. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's getting tighter. Whoop, there it goes. No, 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 no. Not this stupid fucking shit again with these goddamn garbage fucking fasteners. Look at that. Look at that. That barely even goes in at all. Fuck. I'm so sick of this. That's why it wasn't reaching in the fucking torque spec. Fucking stupid garbage. God, I hate it when people... Let's cheap out on everything. Makes me so fucking mad. I don't get it. Don't get it. Did I fuck up the threads already? Yeah, the threads are fucked up already. nothing can go right. You know, no, fucking motherfuckers. Yeah, those threads are fucked up too. Okay. Okay. That's 10 inch-pounds. We go up to 11 inch-pounds. Okay, so note to self, AC Delco sent bolts that don't even fucking work with their own fucking thermostat and housing assembly. If that had fucking stripped out, and you know what, AC Delco would be like, oh, you know, not like I'd have to go through several hours of work to fix this, or just drill it out and put bigger threads in there. I don't fucking know. Fucking bastards. Fuck, that makes me so mad. Okay, now that I'm all nice and pissed off, let's work on the delicate and easy to break fuel tank. Now we're gonna get this fucking car done. Motherfuckers. Okay, set this back to 10 inch-pounds, which is the minimum. Whoops, too low. Okay, 10 inch-pounds. And then this is set down. Okay. All right, now let's work on the delicate fuel tank. So, deep breath. Fuck, I forgot the hand soap. What else can I use in place of hand soap? I think I'm gonna have to go back and get the hand soap. Fuck. Okay, so here's a really good quality of life tip for you. So if you want to get fuel lines or any kind of lines, vacuum hoses, whatever, on easily, and then you don't want them to come back off, obviously. So the correct, let's see, there's several sizes of these. The correct way to do it is to use a little tiny bit of dish soap and slather it on the nip. Try not to get it inside the line, especially if it's something important like fuel or oil. And you should be able to just slip her right on over. If you got the right size line, that is. Okay. And then it's gonna be, it could, until that soap dries, there's a very good possibility of it coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead. Of course, I got the fucking clamp on the wrong fucking way. I'm intelligent. Go all the way down the hose just to flip it over and go all the way back. Because I'm smart. Okay, anyway. So you want to make sure the hose is all the way on, and then you want to get it over the nipple, but you don't want it to go over the edge of the hose. And that sometimes can be a little tough to do. So we're just barely over the edge of the nipple here. And then we're going to push this down like that. And then we are going to tighten it. You can over tighten it, that is such a thing. It does appear like this specific clamp has a limiter, so you can't do that. You know, if you over tighten it, you could not only split the hose, but you could break the little plastic thing that's, 30 years old. You can give it the pull test, it ain't coming off. Okay. The only thing I don't like is, I thought that would turn a little more. Ow! Right in the fucking, okay. I want to get this out of the way so it's not like vibrating on the body of the car. Anyway, give it the pull test, give it the twist test. It'll still twist a little bit because of the soap, but you can see it like pull itself into the line. It's not coming off, not going anywhere, right? Okay. Probably just a little more, actually. Okay. Now this line is kind of jank. So all this fucking line does, and I originally bought 5 feet of line, and then when because I forgot that it has to go all the way down and around and back, and so I had to go all the way back to AutoZone and get 10 feet of line. So that was nice. But anyway, I don't see why they couldn't have just had the line like go here to here to here. Like, why does it have to be super crazy long? There's a reason. There's got to be a reason. I'm not sure what it is, but and so what you got to do is you got to go back and kind of tape that line in place so it doesn't wiggle around and move. But we'll do that with our padding. I got the OEM. You can see where the OEM foam was. It was completely disintegrated, and the last thing I need is to listen to a gas tank rattle against the body of the car. So I got this stuff, which is for like camper shells, and it's freaking perfect. It's the same thickness, but it's a little bit stronger, and obviously since it's brand new, it'll last longer. I just need to, once I'm done with the hose, I need to get some alcohol and clean this up and just run this shit all over it. So now the next part be this smaller hose. For whatever reason, they just decided that they want to go from here to here. So we're gonna cut, just barely, like we're gonna cut it right there at the F. And this is braided stainless, this is for cutting stainless steel braided lines, so it's way overkill, but it makes such nice clean cuts that it's hard to, it's kind of a pain in the ass to use, but it's really hard to pass up. Look at that. I'm gonna clean this cut up too, because it's not the straightest cut in the world. I just hope this thing can cut 8 AN lines because it doesn't seem like it has very much travel. So we got nice clean cuts on both ends. So we're gonna soap up the nipple. Use a little less soap this time. I think I used too much first time. And we're gonna shove this on there and we're gonna push it all the way down. And then we can put our little mini clamp on it. So this one, since the nipple's like there, we can really, you know, get the clamp going. So we want to turn it this way, far down as we can, right? No, it doesn't want to seem to turn. There we go. You can kind of feel it start to get tight. Dig into the hose. That's maybe too much. Pull test, not going anywhere, okay? Now we gotta get this cut to a better length carefully because we don't want to overdo it, but we don't want it banging on this part of the gas tank. So I'm thinking, man, that's like, let's say right at the K, right on the line of the K. Man, this tool is not. Tool's totally worth the outrageous amount of money they ask for it. Now for this one, because it's gonna be a pain in the ass, ooh, we're gonna get plenty of soap. Okay. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna slide this on the right way this time. Just gonna slide it out of the way for a sec. Well, let's try that. We're gonna bend it. And slide her on. The reason why I'm redoing these lines is if these lines have any leaks in them at all, it, man, that's like crushing that line. It causes vapors to build up, and you do not want that. Well, they build up inside the cars, the real problem. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here over the nipple, and then we're gonna bring it down, tighten it up, and then we'll check and make sure we didn't completely crush this line, because if we did, we'll have to think of a different solution. I'm honestly not sure why they have such a tight bend in there. Okay, that's not going. Okay, so just gonna test here and see if I can get air through it. Oh yeah, no problem. I just sucked in some gas fumes. Good, it works. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm gonna be tasting gas for a while. Oh shit. How does that go over that? That can't be right. That would crush the return line. Oh, I might have fucked up. How the fuck? The other problem is I haven't really even tested to see if the return line they sent me is right. Okay. So as much as I hated their actual injection kit, the fuel pump seemed like it was all right. So, of course, fittings, filter. It's a pre-fuel filter, post filter. How do I know which is pre and post? That's a big ass filter. Fittings. Yeah, how the hell am I supposed to know which is the pre-filter? I'm assuming this is the pre-filter and this is the post-filter because the fittings are way smaller. It's not really telling me. Problem is, I don't know if I have enough room for a pre-filter, and the tank already has a pre-filter on it. So, let's see. Okay, some shitty electrical connectors that I'm sure I can do much better. And the pump looks like it'll fit in the OEM spot. Nuts and bolts. Yeah, the electrical connectors they provided are a joke, but at least they provided boots. Okay, here we go. So hopefully the 6AN size of this will fit. Mm-hmm. 6AN is 3/8. Shit! There's 20 foot of 3/8 here, and I just bought 3/8. Ugh. I'm an idiot. But I need this. Well, I don't need much of this stuff because it's going to be stainless braided is the goal, but from the tank to the pump has to be, trash box has to be soft line because of the way the vehicle's designed, which is fine. We're going to have a skid plate under it anyway, and it won't be in the cabin as soft line. God, this stuff feels so cold. Okay, so we're literally just going to take this line here, and we're just going to attach it and just leave it the way it is for now. And we'll have to get like an adapter fitting for the AN later on, but I'm assuming this is 3/8, and it wiggles, which is weird. But I'm thinking I'm supposed to go underneath. But again, it feels like it's gonna crush that return line. It's confusing. Ooh, am I supposed to be able to do that? Oh boy, I might have just fucked up. Yeah, I just fucked up. That was dumb. I cut out about an hour of video because I just stuck my arm down in that hole and tried to fix the baffle that had broken. Basically, when I pulled this tube out, not only did it bend and crush the tube, which destroyed the sending unit, so this is a $200 mistake. It also damaged the fuel filter, which is a $80 mistake. And then the baffle down here broke free, and it's because it's so old, it was ready to go anyway, and in fact it could have already been loose, which could explain why the car ran like shit. So that baffle holds fuel in that section of the tank so it doesn't starve under high cornering forces. So what I did is I literally fished my hand down in here, pulled the baffle up and held it up, drilled a hole. You can see the 3 holes, 1, 2, 3 holes I drilled. but I ended up only wrapping, and I had to stick my hand down there with zip ties and wrap a zip tie around 3 points to hold it steady, and I left it just a little loose because it's so badly warped that I guarantee you fuel has trouble getting into it. I mean, it's that old, it's that worn out, so, well, the return line sprays directly in there, I guess I should say, so, or I don't know if it does, actually. It might spray directly in there. Not really sure how deep this thing goes, but either way, it would starve it of fuel. So I zip tied it all back together, and I'm still so fucking angry that I could just fucking just not in a good mood, because just going, ooh, I wonder what happens if I unscrew this, and $300 goes in the fucking trash because it's a goddamn Porsche, and obviously, you know, it would be too difficult to, I don't know, sell a whole gas tank? No. I mean, the car is 30 years old, but still, I mean, fuck. So that was a massive mistake. So now I have to wait 3 to 6 days for a new sending unit and filter to come in, and hope to God they install without any problems or leaks. So it's really nice. You know, always love when something goes right. Yep. Oh, I better return that dishwashing detergent to its rightful place. See you guys next time, in however many fucking days it takes to get the parts I need to finish the job.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive